Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here we have a Caterpillar 2-ton, a John Deere Model A, farmall A, and a farmall cub. This is the sort of stuff I do here on my channel. More on the Caterpillar side, but today we've had a day on the holidays today. I've decided I'm going to get some stuff out. This here is sat in the shed for, coming up probably 7 odd years or more. And there's a few shows coming up this year which we're going to go to. And I'm thinking I might put this on our transporter. And here we have a John Deere Model A, which has a rust problem in the radiator. But it's been flushed a lot today and it's been driven out and had a run for the first time in a while. We have a farmall A, which is my brother's tractor, which he's patiently not waiting to drive it around. He's not very patient, he wants to drive it now. Here we have my farmall cub. So I've made a bit of a show today, tractor show, which somehow with everything I've got in the shed, I've still done better than most events here in New Zealand. More variety even. So this is a wide gauge 2-ton, which to my knowledge is very rare. And it runs and drives perfect. So we'll go through them one by one and put them away, and I'll show you how we do it. So first we'll start with this John Deere. We'll have to start it first, which I'll show. My starting procedure is turn the fuel on, open the petcocks, one on each side, being the 2-cylinder engine. And if you're starting this from sitting in the shed, you also want to go under here, loosen that off. There's a hole under there which is where the oil comes out, and that's the oil level, which has already been checked today because I've been driving around. And now I will set the throttle, which back is idle and all the way forward is full throttle. So we'll set it about there. Make sure we're out of gear, pull the choke, and I'll turn it over till I have fuel coming out of the petcocks. I will turn the choke off and then crank it till it starts, which is easier said than done. We will now show you how to drive. So we take the brake off, put the clutch back, put it in the second gear, put a throttle, push the clutch in. And now to shut down the tractor, we will go around here and turn the fuel off. Let it run out. That is now out of fuel. And that sizzling is because we have a bad water pipe up there and we're just dripping a little bit of water. And we will snap the clutch out as you do on every machine. To the next machine. Here we have Alex, who was stupid enough and stalled his farmall. And didn't wait for me to do a start video on it. And now we're going to watch him try and start it. Silly Alex. Do we have to give him a pull with my cub that he hates?
No. Any here now?
Well, he found doogles with that. We're going to go over here and see something that actually will start. So here we are, we're going to start my cub, which normally I drive around quite a bit, but I am going to do a bit with that 2-ton. So this is going back in the shed first, in front of the John Deere A. And now if you have an electric start, all you do is make sure the ignition is on, because I've put one on here, which it is. Give it a bit of throttle and watch and learn. Now we'll go ask him if he wants a pull with the tractor that does go, that he hates. Going mudding on a farmall. Oh yeah. No. Well, guess what? He lost. The cub saves the day again. Here we are driving back to the shed with the farmall cub. Alex following behind. I think he's just driving around doing useless farmer shit. Looking busy but wanting more money from the government. Let's go past the house. Go and run over his bike, that wouldn't be too good. We're in top gear right now, we're in 3rd gear. We're getting along for a cub. Alright, we've got a new backing camera too. Beep, 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 boom. That's about right. I'm driving like a farmer. I know how to shut down a farmall, which this is actually not true, because I've put a little switch in here. Because what I've done is, you see I've got the battery on there, but the electronics on it, I just didn't care, didn't have a 6-volt battery, waste of time. So I had a magneto off of another tractor we got down in the back of the other shed, and my granddad was a great one for doing up all the magnetos, getting them done up. So I chucked that on there, put an off switch on there. I only did that because I went to a show a while ago. And then I've only got power to the starter, so I've still got electric start. Bloody marvellous. Here we will start the 2-ton, then put it back in the shed. This may be of the trickier one to start. Have to find somewhere to put it, the camera. I don't know, but I'll show what I do. So we set the throttle about there, because forward is idle, that is full throttle. So we'll set it about there. Make sure we're out of gear. Turn the fuel on, which helps sometimes. Sometimes it helps when the fuel's on. Fuel is now on. Got all the rusty water's come out and gone on the radiator. Check the water. It has water. It's not very good, but it has water. I'll set this camera up. Right, we're running fuel, we've got to start it. I won't video this. The 2-ton has been started. I will go over starting procedure later when it's in the shed. I will now go drive it back. So here we have the clutch, the gears, that way and that way. It's reverse and that is first. So we'll put it in the first gear. First gear, now on the clutch. Away we go. Time to shut down. Run the carb out of fuel, and that is that. So we have the 2-ton, the cub, and the John Deere A. That's where the 2-ton was sitting, but I don't know what I'm doing with this yet, so I'll just put it there. Started and ran very well. Starts when it's hot, so I'm happy with that. And to drive, I will show you. If anyone here has no idea what they were doing and they were here for an idea video. So this is how to drive a 2-ton. So here we have the clutch. That's the master clutch. We have the gears. So that is reverse. Go back. That's first. It goes out, and then you got more gears there, which I'm not brave enough to put it into, so I don't know what one's what. What's second and third. And then on a normal tractor we would have that there is the advance and retard for the magneto, but that is not hooked up on this. I will explain that later on. And we have the throttle, so that's full throttle and it's idle. And then to steer, you pull the one you want to, if you want to go that way, you pull that one, and obviously you push with the other hand there, and then you push the brake at this, and then after you've pulled that, you hold the brake and go around the corner. Same for the other one. That's the left hand brake, That's the right hand brake. And there is a brake lock. So if you want to lock the brake, push the brake in, flip it up. There's also one on the clutch. And then if we go over here, if I can get off with that falling off, we have the water pump, magneto, and the magneto here. So I start it down, and you can also flip it up when it's running. But I start it with it down. I'm not sure if I'm correct or wrong. If someone has the book and knows what they're doing, write a lecture in the comments, please. So, and to start it, I'll have the magneto down, the arm on the magneto down, fuel on. If it's cold, I'll put some down the priming cup, wind it over, and it should start. Or you can pull the choke, and also sometimes put a bit down the priming cup and then start it. Try and crank it. You do not have to crank it fast. That's that.